Hello, Lieutenant Kayla Detmer here from Star Trek Discovery, here to ask you to join in with Commodore Ty to discover the world of pop culture. The adventure has begun.
Incoming message from Commodore Ty.
This is your Commodore here, Ty Coles, your commanding officer to all pop culture, especially the nerdy stuff. And welcome again to hashtag Throwback Thursdays, where we take a look at shows from our past. This one will be The Time Tunnel, Season 1, Episode 6, Crack of Doom. This one is a very straightforward episode, and our heroes, our scientists, Doug and Tony, let's just say they have left the frying pan and into the fire. So from leaving two very well-known battles in U.S. history, go to one of the worst natural disasters ever to plague the Earth, where we will be learning about the eruption of Krakatoa in 1883.
Accessing.
On the 27th of August 1883, one of the most destructive volcanic events in modern history occurred when Krakatoa's eruption reached its climax.
They arrive mere hours before this devastating blast happens, just in the nick of time to save a young Indonesian male from being sacrificed to appease the gods. Then it looks like Tony and Doug are going to be sacrificed, but are saved by Dr. Holland.
What the blazes are you doing, Karnutu?
Strangers to us, devils from the sky.
Devil's my foot. Now listen, if you're going back to this heathen superstition again, I'll skin you alive. Do you understand?
Played by Torin Thatcher. And if you guys don't know who Torin Thatcher is, he was a very distinguished actor, but a lot of Star Trek fans will know him as...
Accessing.
Have no fear, friend. The effect is harmless. My name is Marplon. I was too late to save your first two friends. They have been absorbed. Beware of them.
He is there to observe the eruption because he got information about a...
Listen, gentlemen, I've been living and breathing this project ever since I first got word of that big explosion out here last May. Don't you Yanks ever read the newspapers?
Accessing.
In May 1883, clouds of ash and steam were seen venting from the volcano by the captain of the Elizabeth, a German warship. The intensity of the volcano's activity varied over the next 3 months.
Right now, Tug and Donnie are freaking out because they know it's going to erupt quite soon.
It's going to blow up. There's barely enough time for all of us to get to safety, and your boats are the only way off the island.
Once and for all, Krakatoa is not going to blow up for years. That's what I'm here to prove.
But, nope, it's about to erupt. And Tony and Doug are trying to convince them to leave and leave now.
Who it was. Look, Doctor, we can't strand you here, and we've got to get off this island.
And we're going to if we have to drag all of you off.
Now listen to me, gentlemen. If I prove to you that you're wrong, will you please stop bothering me?
The doctor's daughter is thinking that they're there to sabotage him.
I think it most curious that two ambitious young scientists should just happen to appear on an uninhabited island at the very time that my father is about to carry out the most important research of his life.
The people in the control room are struggling to get a hold of them, and every time they shift them in time, it seems like the harder it is for them to keep that lock on.
What was the date?
The early 1880s? Well, I'm not certain. And what time fix do you have?
1883. Sometime in the late summer. I'm trying to fix the exact time.
And they've come up with an idea, though. It's a very risky idea, but they're going to try to bring one of them back.
Your idea?
Well, the trouble has been trying to move both men simultaneously. The energy is dissipated, erratic. That's why we've had no control over where they went.
The plan is to focus on just one man and pour an enormous burst of energy through our transmitters.
It will work, I'm sure of it,
And that's exactly what they do. Just as Tony and Doug are about to be sacrificed,
We will no longer shake, and Krakatoa will no longer smoke. Turn it to the fire!
they pick up Tony and bring him back, but in such an accelerated rate that they didn't even know he was there.
Doc! Doc! Doc, General! I'm back!
Much like another sci-fi series that happened around this time, it's a very similar thing that happened to Tony that happened to Kirk.
Accessing.
Please, accept what has happened. There is nothing you can do to change it.
So, Tony ends up going back to rescue Doug. He leaves a note for them in the control room, and they finally realize it in the control room, and they try to make contact with Tony and Doug. And for the first time, they are successful.
Tony, can you hear me? General?
Who are you?
Travelers in time.
So, they finally convince the doctor and his daughter to leave. And they tell him, okay, this is where you can go. Because with Krakatoa, it was one of the biggest explosions to happen.
Accessing.
The explosive power of the eruption is believed to have been the equivalent of 200 megatons of TNT, while the pressure wave is estimated to have travelled around the globe 3.5 times.
So, Tony and Doug are swept up at the last possible moment, just as the volcano is exploding.
I know! I've got all day. We've been moving around to see it. Look! Here it goes!
This is an interesting episode. The facts that they give are spot on, from the location of the island of Krakatoa to the effects of Krakatoa. It's all quite interesting, and it's filmed in a way that we feel tension about what could have it been like for the people around there to witness this happen back in 1883. Overall, I enjoyed the episode. It was a lot more straightforward than some of the previous episodes, but still a good watch, and I highly suggest you people should watch this if you want good classic science fiction. So for your Commodore Tycoals, live long and prosper. Hailing frequencies closed.
Thank you for watching the video. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, watch one of my many other videos, and if you like what you see, you can support the channel by donating to my PayPal.
So for Commodore Ty, live long and prosper all, and for now, until next time, the hailing frequencies are closed.